Hey everyone, it's me, your crazy crafter. I'm Dawn and I'm with Mama's Boutique. So anyway, today I'm just going to sit here and put together some Freedom 250 patriotic keychain wristlets. Yeah, easy for me to say, right? So anyway, I'm just going to put these beads together. I've got some red, white, and blue, of course, you know, to celebrate our 4th of July Independence Day. And then let's get these all out. All right, perfect. So let's see. I'm trying to find my colors that I want. So I'm trying to think of a pattern, which way I can do these. And I've got, I don't know if you can see these, but they've got like ribbons on them. And don't mind my hands because my hands are old and they look awful. But anyway, and I don't have any nails. So you can see the ribbons. Or I have flag beads. And then of course I have your typical red, white, and blue. And these are shimmer beads. So my favorite kind of beads, by the way. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to start off with like a red. We'll do like red, white, blue. So let's do red, white, and then I'll do a blue. And then let's throw in a flag. So sometimes I'll take these apart 15 million times until I find the right combination that I like. So just depends. And then we're going to go back to our pattern again. We're going to do red, white, and blue and the flag. All right, so red, white, and blue, and then we'll throw a flag on there. Maybe we'll make the next one with the ribbons. Let's see. And I usually, now I've seen some people put 16, 18, 20 beads on their wristlets, and what they do is they just tighten them super tight, and then they're not like stretchy, but I like mine stretchy. I don't know about you, but I like to be able to either wear them on my wrist, or sometimes I'll put them way up here where they're staying out of my way. I can shop and have my keys and not lose my keys. So, you know, it's all about preference, but I make them, I guess I make them the way I prefer them. So that's just me. So we're doing, I do approximately, if I'm going to do a focal bead, I'm going to only put like 13. I think I put 13 beads on there because I like to make mine, like I said, super stretchy. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I need 12 and 13. So let's do, I think I will do 2 flat. Oops. Well, if I can drop it first. Let's make it a flag. And then what am I going to do on the end here? I don't want to make it, well, I guess I could do the 2 reds on the ends. That might work. So let's see how this looks. Then we just got to make up our mind. Do we want to do 200? So do we want to do something simple like this? Of course, you can't see it. It's backwards, but, or do I want to do something with it? Let's see. Or do we want to do something that has like the flag? So that one's super cute, but, so let's see what we can do here. Or I kind of like this one. That one's really neat. So maybe we'll do this one. So let's put this one on here. And then once I get all my beads on here, this is, and then we close the hook right here. So if you can see that, it has like a hook right here. I don't know if I can see that, if you can see that or not, but this little clasp right here, I make sure it's closed. Then that way I can pull we pull this through like this, and then we can cut it. And then I put a keychain that looks like this. It has the clasp on the end. So it's the lobster clasp. So you can hook it to like, you know how some purses have those rings on, you can hook them to your purse. So then we put that on there like this. So once we have our key ring on like this, I will tie my knots. So I wrap this around twice and I pull kind of tight, but then I test it to see how much room I've got and then how much stretchiness is going to be on here. Because like I said, I prefer them stretchy so that I can either wear them on my wrist, I can wear them on my arm. And then I'm just going to make my knot and I'm going to, oops. And then I don't want it to be too tight, so we're going to tighten that up. Still make sure it's super stretchy. And then make my second knot. Then I'm going to pull that super, super tight as I can. And then I'm going to cut it. And then we'll cut the ends off like that. And then I just kind of take, if I can find it over here, sorry about that. And then we'll just take it like this and see these ends right here. I don't know if you can see those, but I kind of like burn them just so that they're not frayed. Then I'll burn the other end. And then what I do is I will pull that knot up through the focal bead to hide it. And there you go. There is your keychain wristlet. Super easy. So I know there's a lot of people that are probably going to I get 3-day weekend because I actually get Friday off. So that's always nice. So I always plan on doing, I want to do the same thing I did the last time, but we're going to do with the ribbons this time. So we're going to do red, white, and blue. So I don't know. Does anybody have any plans? I don't know if anybody has plans or not. What are your plans for this weekend? Are you doing a grill out with your family? Are you going to a friend's house? Or are you just going to stay in and do nothing? Enjoy your time off if you happen to get that day off. Friday, I know some places will, they recognize Friday as the holiday since the holiday is actually on Saturday. But, you know, so me, I don't have any plans. Probably sit home and craft because, you know, I am the crazy craft lady, right? So I don't have any plans per se. I just gotta make sure. Or no definite plans. Other than me, I think I do have one appointment. What else do I have? And then I have, but that's it. I don't really have anything else. These beads sometimes get fuzzies on them. Good thing they're silicone because just so you know, if your beads get a little dusty or, you know, they seem to be getting a little dirty, they're washable. You can wash them. They're silicone. It's not going to hurt them to wash them. So let's see how many beads we have on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll add our 13th. And I think with this one, I'm going to add, which one looks better? Do I want this one that's kind of plain? I think this one looks super cute. So we'll do, this has got the little eagle in the middle. So I know it's backwards, but anyway, so we will get our string here, put our string through. And then I pull it through, and then I will cut the end, and then I put a keychain on it. And then we will tie the knot. And then I double check, make sure it's not too tight. I want to make sure it's still real stretchy. I tie my knot. And then I pull really, really hard. And I make sure it's nice and tight. And then I'll cut off the extra. Then I burn it. Just kind of burn the ends just so it's not kind of frayed looking. And then we will pull it through the knot. And that's it. So there we go. There's another keychain wristlet. Like I said, sometimes if I'm at the grocery store, I pull it way up like this. That's why I like it super stretchy, because then it's not hanging off my wrist and in my way, so I can do what I need to do, and then I can pull this off. But anyway, there you go. That's how I make my beaded keychain wristlets. And thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. I think maybe next time we will make some badge reels. So see you later. Bye.